Hey guys, it's Robyn, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I have got one of the funner videos of the year. This is the best of the season. This is a video we do twice a year, once in the spring and summer season, once in the fall winter season. And this is a collaboration video I do with my friend Liz Quinn over at Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. So basically we both come up with a list of categories. So she came up with a list of categories of different products for the season. So we are looking at August through now, so like August through December, because all the major launches of the year have happened. So there are a few things coming in December that we haven't had yet, but for the most part we've had pretty much everything. We've smelled the December scent of the month already. We've smelled most of the stuff that's coming out this year. So we tend to do this video this time of year to kind of round out the year, because between the months of August and December there is so much that comes out in Scentsy land. This is the biggest launch time of the year by far. And so you may have noticed it's been a busy season. And the idea is to just kind of give you an overview of what was the absolute top tier stuff this season, because all of it was good. And there are going to be excellent products that I don't talk about in this video, because this is just like the stuff that just is the best of the best. So there's going to be stuff that it hurts my heart to not even mention in this video, but it's got to be like the top tier for each category. So that is what we're doing. And that is what we're doing. Okay. So the idea is, if you have holiday shopping left to do, or if you just want to kind of have a good summary of, you know, the best of the season. And this is so subjective, because what I think is the best is going to be very different from what probably, I don't know what Liz's answers are yet, but my answers are probably going to be much different than what Liz says as well. So it's just kind of fun as well. That's why we do this as a collaboration, because it's so fun to kind of come up with a list together. Then we use the same categories, but I don't know what she picked and she doesn't know what I picked until these videos go up. So it's kind of fun to do that way. And so yeah, I will kind of let you know what I picked for the best of the best for the season, and let me know, play along in the comments below too. Let us know in the comments below what your picks for these categories are as well. And then if you see something that's coming up often in the comments as a best of the best, you know it's probably a good thing. All right, so there's a lot to get through. We're going to jump right in here. So the first category is best new catalog item. So this could be anything in the catalog, warmer, new product, whatever. I chose the laundry bundle in Frosty Air. So Frosty Air was the new laundry scent for the fall winter catalog season. Frosty Air had been a fall winter bar last fall winter. It got discontinued in wax for this season, but they brought it to us in laundry. The laundry is so good. It is a great classic laundry scent. It's not focusing very well. Great classic laundry scent. It's got some lily, it's got some citrus to it. It is a cuddly, cozy laundry scent without any kind of vanilla tones, without any kind of those cashmere tones that sometimes those cuddly, cozy scents have. Somehow this accomplishes cuddly, cozy without vanilla or without any of those kind of cashmere tones. It's just so prettily done. It's crisp without being sharp. It's just nicely done. Like, it's just perfect. So it's a nice strength as well. It's not too strong. It is not too light. It's a perfect strength for laundry. So I am suggesting this in the washer whiffs and the laundry liquid in the laundry bundle. The washer whiffs are in my laundry room, and this is the laundry liquid for the purposes of this video. So there is that. Cannot recommend that enough. It lasts well on your clothes. It does a nice job. Okay, next up here we have favorite warmers. So we have catalog and LTO categories here. LTO is short for limited time offer. Catalog is stuff that's available all season. Limited time offer, or LTO, is stuff that is just part of a small collection that they launch some point in the season. It's not available all the time. So my catalog choice here is probably this. I don't remember what my pick last year was, but it might be the same as last year. My catalog pick is Golden Meadow. This is a beautiful warmer. It is probably one of my very favorite in the catalog. It is one of my go-tos. It's a fantastic performer. It is a 25-watt glazed ceramic warmer with like etched floral details and then gold leaf foil details as well. It's absolutely gorgeous and a fantastic performer. And I think it would go well in most anyone's home. So that is one I recommend a lot and I love in my own home as well. The LTO category, I was torn. I really want to pick the Snow Wonderful limited edition warmer, but it is such a high price point and I didn't want to choose something that was inaccessible to a lot of people. So I ended up choosing the Sunflower Fields warmer. This was the August warmer of the month, along with the Honeycrisp Harvest scent of the month. Sunflower Fields was the unglazed ceramic warmer with the, what do they call it? Lithophane or something some kind of etched detailing with like lasers, I think, or something like that. They use a device to etch a very, very, very intricate design into these ceramic warmers, and it is gorgeous. I will put a picture here of mine set up this last fall. It's so beautiful, and it comes with an orange bulb. And the thing I liked about that is it comes with an orange bulb, but you can switch that out for a clear bulb very easily, and most of us do have clear bulbs on hand as well. It's just your standard 25-watt bulb. It is an awesome performer. It gets nice and hot, and that was probably the best of the season for warmers, for LTOs, in my opinion. And if we can do a runner-up, I will say the Snow Wonderful limited edition holiday warmer is absolutely gorgeous. It is well worth getting if it's in your price point. Love. And also 13-watt element on that Snow Wonderful, and it's a good performer. I've been using it for wax in my open layout here. It's doing a great job. The next category is mini warmers. So the first one we have here is the catalog choice. This I've mentioned many times in many videos. This is the Salerno mini warmer. This is a white unglazed ceramic warmer with holes cut out to let heat out, and it's a standard 15-watt bulb. This one does glow. The entire warmer glows when you have it plugged in, and then you can see the design through it as well. It's beautiful. It's a great performer. It gets nice and warm, throws quite well. So this is probably my favorite catalog mini warmer. And that one again is a great gift idea because if you put a green or red bulb in it, it's very holiday-ish and very festive. But if you want to just use a clear bulb or any other color bulb, it's great for year-round. It also does really well in pretty much any home decor scheme. My LTO selection for mini warmer is the LTO Moose Mug. This is from the Griswold Christmas Vacation collection. This was one of my favorite things of the season by far. Even if we hadn't had a mini warmer category, this would have made it into the video somewhere because I love this thing. He is so cute. He's got his little antlers, and I haven't put wax in him because he's just a nightlight in my kitchen, but I use him as a nightlight in my kitchen. And he's got the cute little face. So he does have the frosted glass so you don't get any bulb glare. And then he's got the antlers on the side. Super cute. Love him. Was very excited to see Christmas Vacation added to the Scentsy lineup this year. So love that. All right, so the next categories are best scent of the month and best warmer of the month. And these are for, again, August through December. So the best scent of the month, I chose, and it was tough because I wanted to put Honeycrisp Harvest in here, but I found a different spot to put that. Christmas Cookie. This one is controversial. Not everyone is going to love this one. I love this one. It is growing on me. I've been warming it very much, and I just love it. The one thing that is going to be the main criticism of this bar is that it is not strong. It just isn't. It's a light, kind of fluffy gingerbread type scent. It's soft, it's cozy. There's a teeny bit of pine tree, a little bit of orange, but it's mostly just this soft, fluffy vanilla gingerbread scent. It's beautiful. Love this in the bedroom. That is where I've been warming this almost exclusively, my office and the bedroom. Perfect in the smaller spaces. Love this so much. So Christmas Cookie, in my opinion, is the best scent of the month of the season. As for warmer of the month, as we talked about before, I think the best warmer of the season entirely was Sunflower Fields. And so best warmer of the month is Sunflower Fields. It was a standout warmer this season. That's the first time they've ever used that technique on a warmer. We've since now got the Furry Friends warmer, which is back ordered till I think January, with the same technique. And then we have the, what's it called? The Nativity Scene warmer in the same style for the holidays as well. But the Sunflower Fields was the first time they've used that technique, and I think it's the most intricate too of the three that they've done now. It is so intricate and so beautifully done. So Sunflower Fields, best warmer of the month in my opinion by far. Next was a very tough category. This was a tough one because, like I said, there are so many different limited time offer things that came out this season. This next category is favorite limited time offer scents or bars. And we could pick a few. And I picked 6, and even that was cutting it close. Even that was tough. So by doing this, I still eliminated a bunch that I love. Like, I wanted to include the entire Gordy Goodness collection. Like, there are so many bars this season that were just standout favorites that will be like favorites for years to come. But I narrowed it down to 6. So here we go. One that I think is going to be a standout for years to come, and I think should come to the catalog next year if they're wise, would be Sparkling Spice Citrus. We need a good spiced orange in the catalog. We just do. This is perfect. It is a gently, gently spiced orange. I'm gonna try to put my tablet down so I can sniff the back of this. It is a sweet, like Satsuma mandarin type orange with a little bit of spice. But it's not just plain cinnamon. It's not just plain clove. Like there's some complexity here and not too much spice. It's just so prettily done. This was part of the Harvest collection this last season. So it came out in September. I would argue this is a fantastic holiday bar. This is beautiful for all fall, all winter long. But to me, this smells like spicy oranges at Christmas. It's perfection. Now, I do love a good spiced orange, and Scentsy does tend to do a spiced orange most seasons. This is my favorite spiced orange since Mandarin Moon. Now, Mandarin Moon is stronger. It's a little bit more of a bitter orange. This is sweeter. It's lighter. They're cousins, but they're not the same. But I love both. This is beautiful. So sparkling spice citrus, huge winner. Another one of the absolute best scents of the year, in my opinion, is salted caramel cider. So this is in brick form because it's part of the holiday brick collection. You can get this in regular bar size through Scentsy Club. Now this one, oh, it's so good. It is a little off season here for now. It is like freezing cold, -25 and snowing right now, but this is phenomenal. This is like apple cider, caramel apple cider is what this is. It is perfection and I love it. It's rich. It has salted caramel and quite a bit of it. The apple here is a nice fall apple. It's not a perfumey apple. It's not a woodsy apple. And there is a little bit of a cidery note here. Like it's not spicy, but there is a cideriness here as well, which would have a bit of spice. But it's perfect. It's so strong. It's so strong. It's so good. One of the very best of the season, and I would again love to see that come to catalog next year, but that was a standout this season. Next up, we have another brick. The bricks were very solid this year. Wrapped in Lights. Some people think this one is too much like other holiday scents. I think the beauty of this one is that it's like classic 1995 nostalgia. It is a little bit of cranberry, maybe a little bit of orange, like orange juice. I get like orange juice. Some spice, and a little like a Christmas tree. Like there's a little bit of everything here, but it's fruity, it's spicy, it's sweet. It's not bakery at all. It smells like 1995 Christmas. You can almost smell like the wrapping of like toys. It's so good. It's so, so good. This one is beautiful. Cold and warm. Very, very perfect for like imminent Christmas. Right for around the holiday time. So Wrapped in Lights, I think there's something special about this one because it is just so quintessentially Christmas in like the 90s. Other folks are finding it to be a little bit too much like other scents. I don't think there's anything like this currently. This reminds me a little bit of something like Be Merry, which we had a few years ago in the catalog. It's a little bit like that, kind of that cranberry tree combination again. But this one is special. There is something I really, really love about this. It's a perfect balance here. So Wrapped in Lights is special for me. It is going straight in my club. Well, all of these ones in this category are. Wrapped in Lights is a winner. Next one we have here, this was a drag out battle between Berry Good Pumpkin from Gordy Goodness and this one. And this one got it just by a hair, purely because it's more year-round appropriate and because it performs a little bit better, at least in my home. This one is Ginger Cookie Crunch from the Holiday Collection. This one is a bakery category scent. And it is just a butter cookie with like candied ginger on top. There's nothing super spicy here. In fact, I would argue there's really no spice to speak of here. It's like candied sugared ginger, just on top of like a sugar butter cookie. It's buttery. There is a butter note here. If you don't like butter, you're probably not going to care for this. There's a butter cookie note. There's this sugared ginger. It's got some like caramelization to it. Like, you know how the bottom of a cookie gets a little bit browned and the sugar just smells a little bit caramelized sometimes? That is what I'm getting here. This is just a good one. Very, very nice. I think year-round appropriate. I don't think this is specifically holidays at all. I think I would warm this in the summer very happily. So Ginger Cookie Crunch, one of the best of the season in my opinion. And then we have Gingerbread Hugs. Now this is one I don't have a bar of right now. I have more on the way, but I believe it's held up with Canada Post, who is on strike right now. So don't have it right now. But I've warmed through my stash of it already, and I love Gingerbread Hugs. That was part of the Sugar Chalet bundle. It is still available through Scentsy Club if you want to order it through there, but it is just the most perfect, strong, very good performing gingerbread scent. And we've had a few gingerbreads this season. We have had gingerbread cheesecake, we have had Christmas cookie, which has gingerbread. We have got gingerbread pecan waffles in the catalog. We've had a whole bunch of gingerbread, and then now we have Gingerbread Hugs in Sugar Chalet. I will say, Christmas cookie and gingerbread cheesecake have a similar gingerbread note. The scents themselves are different, but the gingerbread note in those two scents is the same gingerbread. Not everyone likes that gingerbread. Some people are getting really strange notes from that. I like them. A lot of people don't. Gingerbread Hugs, if you're not a fan of Christmas cookies or gingerbread cheesecake, Gingerbread Hugs is a totally different gingerbread note. Not even kind of the same, totally different gingerbread note. So if you're not a fan of the other two, try Gingerbread Hugs. Love Gingerbread Hugs. It is my favorite of the gingerbreads, I think, so far. I do love gingerbread pecan waffles in the catalog too. See, I'm getting beside myself here. Okay. Honey Crisp Harvest. Honey Crisp Harvest is one of the ones in this category. This was, again, the August scent of the month. It is Honey Crisp Apple, a little bit of pear, and a little bit of like musk, and maybe like a tiny, tiny, tiny hint of vanilla. There is just, this is the prettiest apple. That is the thing. When I first smelled this, I was like, okay, it's an apple. And I was like, it's okay. My first review on this was kind of lackluster. Like, I was like, it's all right. And it was all right. But this is like such a good apple. I warmed so much of this season, and it mixes well with pretty much everything. It plays very well in mixes. It's also gorgeous on its own. It's one of those ones where when you don't know what you want to warm, or when you want a fall scent, but it's too warm out still for a real fall scent, Honey Crisp Harvest is going to come in clutch for you. That is the one. Oh, it's so pretty. This is one I will be putting in my club in multiples, because this is one I will warm a lot of. Pretty much, well, from late spring, summer, and into fall. I don't know that I would warm it as much in the winter, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the prettiest apple scents I've smelled. So, I mean, we do quite get, you know, not a lot of apple scents, but we do get, you know, an apple scent pretty regularly. This is one of my favorites that I've smelled. Yeah, I really like this one. So Honey Crisp Harvest is going in my club in multiples. That one was a winner for sure. All right, next category we have is favorite licensed product or products. So I did a limited time offer version here, and I wanted to give a shout out to the catalog too. Because the catalog, I think, has one of the arguably strongest scent collections for licensed products. So the Lilo and Stitch collection of bars in the catalog, these are available in the catalog all the time. These are so good. So this one is my daughter's absolute favorite bar ever. And this one is Angel 624. And this one has like goji berry. This one smells like cotton candy and berries. It is saturated, it's sweet, it's fluffy, but it's also very juicy and just sweet, like just sweet, tooth-achingly sweet, but grounded with the fruitiness. It's not just like pure sugar, it's fruity and in like a berry type way. It's beautifully done. So Angel 624, good performer, good strength, fabulous bar. Angel 626. This one is the blue one, the Lilo bar. Wait, no, that's not right. Stitch. Stitch is the bar. This one has orange and like fresh. There is something, it's very sweet. Maybe coconut or coconut water. This one reminds me almost a little bit of Ocean Air and Coconut Water from the summer collection a couple years ago. This one is fantastic. It is fruity, it's fresh, it's got almost a cuddly tone to it. Like a warm towel. like a warm towel on the beach with the fresh air and the water around it and the sand. This is so beachy. This is just, again, these are not wintry bars by any means. This one you could warm any time of year. This one does read very summer, but so good, so good. And again, one of the strongest bars I've ever used. Very strong, very open layout worthy, great performer. So I wanted to give them a shout out because I feel like because they are in the catalog, they get overlooked, and they are, I would say, one of the best licensed collections we do. The other one I wanted to give a shout out to was the Christmas Vacation collection. Now I got the Griswold Christmas bar. That one wasn't my cup of tea. It's a very nice pine tree scent if you like pine tree scents. But I just, again, Moose Mug, are you kidding me? So good. So there he is. And again, we had the Cousin Eddie warmer as well. I did not get that one. All right, the next section here is favorite catalog bars, and name a few. So I picked 5. So the first one I have here is one of the same as last year. I named this one quite a lot last year in my best of the season video, Cranberry and Cardamom. This one is so excellent. It's got cranberry, it's got cherry and cardamom. It is rich and juicy and saturated. And you know how sometimes cranberry scents can be a little bit flat? They can be just kind of tart and kind of almost like watered down smelling. This one is not that. This is one of the most like wraparound cranberry scents I've ever smelled. And I think the cherry is kind of lending to that depth here and that saturation. You still do get a bit of tartness from cranberry, but there's also a depth to this scent that a lot of cranberry scents do lack. You also get just a small amount of warm spice here. And I wouldn't say it is spice in the typical sense of home fragrance spice. I wouldn't say it's cinnamon. It is just warmth. And I think it's the cardamom. It's beautifully done, just beautifully done. Super, super strong, great performer. Most everybody I've come across loves this one. So cranberry and cardamom had to get a mention. Next one was a new release this year, and it is more of a fall scent, but I will still warm this probably after the holidays. This is Leaves and Lavender. This one is like a little bit of cider spice, fresh crunchy leaves, and a teeny tiny drop of lavender in here somewhere. The lavender here is very sweet. This reminds me of like a herbal tea. This is so beautiful. Just a beautiful scent. So Leaves and Lavender, again, nice performer in my home. I do this in bedrooms and it goes for like a couple days, does very well. And just gorgeous. Just like a nice, like soothing, relaxing herbal tea scent. Just beautiful. So Leaves and Lavender. The next one I don't have on hand. I melted my last bar recently and I haven't got my replacement yet. So this is Frosted Cedar. So Frosted Cedar is a catalog bar. It's got red delicious apple, vanilla buttercream, frosting, and cedar wood, and it is perfection. There is just something about Frosted Cedar. It is so underrated. People don't talk about it much. I don't see it ordered a whole ton, but you guys need to get on it. It's so good. Give it a try. Like this time of year is perfect for it. I would say November through February, February or January. Yeah, if you live somewhere warm, maybe January. But anytime in the winter, it's a winter bar. It's perfect. It's got, and I think the cedarwood scares people because cedarwood can be kind of a difficult note for some people. The cedarwood here is so smoothed out by this sweet, ripe apple. The apple here is not aggressive. The apple here is, again, smooth, round. There's nothing sharp or aggressive in this scent. It is smooth and round and fluffy and cozy. It is so good. So Frosted Cedar gets a mention, also a very good performer. Next one we have here is Brown Butter Pumpkin, which is, again, a new release this year. This one's just fantastic, and I love this one. This one is brown butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin, I'm pretty sure is what is in here. This is fantastic. This is your classic pumpkin scent with, I would say, minimal spice. Like as far as pumpkin scents go, I would say there is minimal spice here. There is a little bit of like maybe a bakery type spice here along with that sugar, but it's so perfect. It's so perfect. Love this one. My only criticism with this one is it doesn't last as long as I would like. It does fill my open layout to about a medium strength, but I would say it's like a 12 to 18 hour type bar, so a little bit less than average for performance, but Brown Butter Pumpkin, well worth getting in my opinion. And even though it is past the season for this where I live, I kind of want to melt this today. All right, my next pick here is Vanilla Barnwood. So this one was a part of the holiday collection last Christmas. And this year they brought it to the catalog, which I think was a fantastic decision because this is not only a fabulous performer, it's such a good scent. Now the notes on this one don't sound like what it smells like. The notes I think are like crisp fresh air and like barnwood and vanilla. But this is mostly a very sweet vanilla with almost like a lemon cream or lemon custard type scent. There's a small amount of woodsiness here, but this is not like dirty barnwood. This is clean and sweet and cozy and vaguely bakery. There's a little bit of crisp air here, especially when this is new, but after this sits for a while, the lemon does come up more. It is such a pretty scent. It's such a pretty scent. Beautiful for bedrooms. Love this one pretty much all year round. So Vanilla Barnwood, definitely one of the best of the catalog. Okay. Next, we decided to do our favorite festive thing. So just something that made you really, really happy and made you feel really, really Christmassy. So for this one, I chose something I actually purchased last year because I loved it then. And I couldn't think of anything that I've gotten this year that made me as happy as that did. And even using that this year has made me equally happy. So I chose that. So the warmer I'm talking about is the Merry Little Christmas full-sized warmer. So we do have the mini. I have not got the mini, but there is a mini available. I have the full-sized one, and I would strongly recommend the full-sized one. It is a 13-watt element warmer, so it's a nice performing element warmer, and I have that living in my bedroom. And there's something so nice about walking into your bedroom when it's like dark in there, because it gets dark so early now, and just walking in there and having this little like tree with the little twinkle lights glowing in it. It's cute in the daytime, it's cute at night, it's just cute. So it makes me feel so happy and just Christmassy. In that, what I've been loving, like I said, is Christmas cookies. So that warmer, Merry Little Christmas, with the Christmas cookie bar, that is just so cuddly cozy. Yeah, that's just happy and Christmassy. That has been wonderful. So that I hope to do a lot more this season, but I've done this quite a few times already this season, is Christmas cookies in that warmer in my bedroom. Just love it. So that is, I think, my favorite combination of the season is Merry Little Christmas, the full size, with Christmas cookie. All right, next category is favorite fall thing. And it could be a combo of a warmer or something else. So I chose the Fall Fairy Tale Warmer, which again, I purchased a couple years ago, but it was available this last season as well. I used an orange bulb in mine this year and it loved it. So I will put a picture here again. There, I also have a picture on my Instagram at northern_lights_glow. So Fall Fairy Tale with an orange bulb was my favorite warmer of the fall, I think. And then with that, again, I'm going Brown Butter Pumpkin as the bar for that. There was a day that I think was probably like the coziest fall day of the fall that I can remember. It was like a random Tuesday, but it was like super, super rainy. A storm was coming in, like really blowing in just as we were getting off work. And so we were trying to like get to the garage before the hailstorm hit. So we were driving home, get home. We did get the car parked in the garage before the hailstorm. Come inside and then it just, you know, just waves of just like rain and just storm. So it was cold, it was dark, it was stormy, and we were just kind of making dinner. And I threw Brown Butter Pumpkin in the open layout into all of my warmers actually, but also Fall Fairy Tale with the orange bulb. And it was just such a cozy evening. So that is kind of one of the most fallish evenings that I can remember of this season. So Fall Fairy Tale with the orange bulb and Brown Butter Pumpkin is the combination that gets my favorite fall thing. The other thing that I really enjoyed this fall was the Apple Spice Season scent circles. So they came as a 3-pack and I used all 3 of those throughout the season and they were long lasting, they performed very well, and they were such a classic fall scent. They have apple, pumpkin, and sugar and a little bit of spice. And they are just such a nicely done classic traditional fall scent and a good performer. So if you are on the market for scent circles, I would recommend the Apple Spice Season ones. They were especially good and I would get them again. Okay, the next category here is best cleaning or personal product, LTO, and catalog. So Frosty Air Laundry is again the catalog product I chose. This was my favorite new catalog product in general, like I said at the top of the video here. So yes, it was the best cleaning product in the catalog in my opinion for this season. And then my favorite LTO cleaning or personal product, I don't use a lot of the personal products that Scentsy offers, but what I do use and love is the Counter Clean. So the Counter Clean bundle, it is sold out now, unfortunately. We can't get our hands on it. But it was a 3-pack and it came with cranberry and cardamom, golden garland, and frosted cedar scents. So good. So that is what I picked as my favorite LTO of the cleaning and personal stuff of the season. The Counter Cleans are such a good one because they're such a good giftable item as well. Everyone needs to wipe down their counters, so this is a great one. And also this is just something that you can really enjoy day to day when you're kind of, cleaning up after dinner, get an extra little whiff of scent. It's just so nice. And the scents they chose for that bundle, top notch. Now Liz wanted to add a category called Most Beautifully Crafted Item. Now for this, again, I had to go back to Merry Little Christmas, the full size. Now the full size has ceramic all throughout. It's got a gold painted star on top. It's got the individually placed bulbs in different colors. It's so cute. And it's got the hand painted tree with the ombre effect. It's just beautifully done. So beautifully crafted. So again, Merry Little Christmas is a higher price point warmer. It is eligible for party rewards though. So if you have a party reward, if you have a party going or a shopping link going, you can use your rewards on that warmer. And I would recommend getting it that way because it is well worth getting. But I do know that the price point is a bit higher on that one. Now we do have the mini warmer in the Merry Little Christmas as well. That one is again the same quality except for the fact that it's a mini warmer means that half of the warmer is a dish and then the tree is just kind of like a little shield. So with the mini warmer, you have the base of it, which is the tree, which lights up. Then you have a dish, and then there's a little point of the tree that comes up and kind of just covers the dish. That part doesn't light up. So at night, it looks like only half the tree is lit. So some people don't care for that on the Merry Little Christmas mini warmer. The full-size warmer lights up fully. So I'm discussing here is the full-sized Merry Little Christmas warmer. So love that one, highly recommend. Now I went ahead and added my own quick little collection here because I needed to just tell you this somewhere. Somewhere in this video, I needed an excuse to mention it again. Best overall collection, I'm giving it to Gordy Goodness, which launched in August. So the bricks would have come in close second. But for me, Gordy Goodness was the most exciting collection of the season, far and away. I think we were all chomping at the bit for fall by mid-August. And then Scentsy does start their fall quite late as far as retail places are concerned. September 1st is quite late for retail. So having a little bone to throw to us in mid-August with Gordy Goodness was a very exciting collection. And I think all of those bars were very, very well done and deserve a mention in this video in their own right. So Gordy Goodness, I would say, is the best overall collection of the season. There was not a bad bar in that bunch. All right, best pod. Now I don't use a ton of pods in my home. I use pods in my new car, but it's so cold outside you can't really smell them. Like it gets so cold here. We were at minus 37 with wind chill the other day. Celsius, but still, it was cold. So yeah, the pods don't throw that awesome in minus 37, believe it or not. Scent doesn't really like to throw when it gets so cold that atoms start to freeze. So it just doesn't work. Now where I do use pods is my air purifiers. So my air purifier in the bedroom, I do have pods in there. I have come across some that I've enjoyed, but they're not currently available and they weren't necessarily released this season. So I don't have a favorite pod release of this season, except for, I'm gonna go with Cherry's Jubilee, only because it seems to perform well. I have that in my new car. So we have a new car, it is cherry red, and so I used Cherry's Jubilee as the scent in that car because it seemed to make sense to put a cherry scent in a red car. So that was the sole reason for that scent selection. But it seems to perform quite well, and it's nice and juicy, nice and bright. It's just a good performing pod. So that is going to be my pod selection. But that's really the only pod I've used that I've loved that is currently available recently. I've got some vanilla mint pods in my air purifier in the bedroom right now. Vanilla mint is long gone, like long gone, not available anymore. Those are phenomenal. The best pods I've ever used, but they're not available. So Cherry's Jubilee is what gets it this time. All right, so last year we did a little section at the end of this video, just kind of with like wax awards. So the best scent for name an event or name a time. So we have wax awards here. So best tree scent was a category because most people do love a good tree scent around the holidays. And so we do have quite a few different tree scents to choose from. So the tree scent I chose, and you may know if you watch me often, I am not a tree scent person. I don't care for tree scents most of the time. But there is one tree scent that I will go out of my way to melt, and melt it fairly regularly during this time of year, and that is Sleigh Ride. This came out in the holiday collection last year. It immediately was loved by pretty much everybody, and they did bring it to the catalog this year, which I think was a fantastic move. So Sleigh Ride is a cool, fresh air scent. The fresh air here is not minty, it's not eucalyptusy. It's just cool and sweet and fresh. The tree here is on the sweet side without being sugary. And there is a sweet berry here. Some kind of winter berry. Maybe cranberry. It's just beautifully done. Yeah. I don't know if it's pine or fir. To my nose, I feel more like it's fir. It's not quite as high-pitched and sharp as like pine usually is. It's just beautifully done. There's so much going on in this one. It's got some sweet fresh air. It kind of like evokes an entire winter scene rather than just tree. Sometimes tree scents are just tree in your face, all tree. This one is, you know, like a nice like rolling hill with some like pine trees on it and like snow blanketing it and like the fresh air. Like you can kind of see all of it rather than just tree. So yeah, I love this one. It is tree, but it's got more going on. So love that one. That is Sleigh Ride. Most overall Christmassy scent. So if you're just thinking, what is the most Christmassy? I have two picks. And I think they're both equally Christmassy. The first one is a limited time one. The second one is a catalog scent. Wrapped in Lights. Again, this is just classic 1990s Christmas. So Christmassy. So Christmassy. Wrapped in Lights. And then the next one is a catalog bar. This is Valencia Orange, Raspberry, and Cinnamon and Spice. Christmas Cottage, a classic. Bestseller for a reason. This is like your red hot cinnamon, your fruitiness, and a little bit of spiced orange as well. It is a little bit of just spicy, cozy Christmas. Very, very classic. Mixes well with other things or beautiful on its own. So that is Christmas Cottage, and again, you can't not mention Christmas Cottage. It is one of the absolute best. All right, next category is Best Holiday Movie Scent. So for this one, I went with two catalog scents. Both of these were actually in the holiday collection last winter, and they made it to the catalog this year. So this is Rum Pum Plum, which I believe had plum pie crust or some kind of dough, but to my nose it reads pie crust. Oh, it's so good. This is a sweet, fruity scent, but it's like baked. It's not like sweet, bright, fresh fruit. This is like baked sweet plums with like a pie crust note. There is a distinct pie crust note here, and it is gorgeous. So I think that's a great holiday movie night scent. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit fun. It's not like your classic holiday type scents. Very, very nice and cozy and bakery. The next one I chose is another one that's kind of not your classic holiday scent, but has the components of a classic holiday scent. And it is Cranberry Candy Cane. Now this one last year, I thought was all right. I liked it. But I warmed this recently, and it has gotten particularly good. I don't know. This one is great. It is cranberry, and it's more of your traditional cranberry scent. Like, it's not a super deep, rich cranberry scent. It's kind of like your standard fare cranberry scent with a hefty dose of mint. There's quite a bit of mint here. You do have to like mint for this one. But there's something about the combination that you don't see often. Like, you don't often see cranberry and mint together, and there's something about it I quite enjoy. It's kind of fun. It's lighthearted. It doesn't take itself too seriously. It's different. And so I think it's great for a holiday movie night where you're just kind of relaxing in your PJs. You want something easy and fun and just kind of fun. So that is Cranberry Candy Cane. The other thing I found with this one is I melted this recently, and I melted a bar that I've been sitting on since last year. It performed very well, like much better than I remember it being. So it went 24 hours, and it could have gone much longer. I just took it out at the 24-hour mark, but it was strong. Like in my open layout, strong. So Cranberry Candy Cane, I'm not sure about the new pours, but if you let this one sit, it ages extremely well, which surprised me because typically mint and like fruit type scents don't necessarily get much stronger with age. This particular bar does. So that is cranberry candy cane. So best movie night scents, rum pum plum and cranberry candy cane. Then we have a category for most kid-friendly scents. So some of us have kids in our lives and some of our kids in our lives do enjoy scents. So I picked a scent here for the holidays that I think is kid-friendly for everyone except my kid. My kid does not like mint, but cranberry, I think candy cane buttercream. This is an old packaging, but we do have it in the catalog in the regular packaging now. This one I think is pretty kid-friendly. It's got lots of vanilla buttercream here and just a tiny bit of mint. Like there's not a lot of mint here. It's mostly just that buttercream frosting. So cranberry or candy cane buttercream, I think is a great kid-friendly scent for the holidays. The other ones I picked here are two of my daughter's favorites. She is a fall scent person too, and she loved Spooky But Sweet. This was the September scent of the month. This one has pumpkin and caramel, a little bit of spice, almost a hint of smokiness. This is like a mix of Scary Good and Gimme Candy. And it's wonderful. It is fantastic. So Spooky But Sweet, that is a good one. And then the other one I chose here is Gimme Candy. It is also in the catalog. So good. Spooky But Sweet, again, not in the catalog, just a scent of the month. Gimme Candy is in the catalog. And it is just pure candy corn. This is much sweeter. It's got honey, it's got buttercream frosting. It is much sweeter. It mixes well with everything. These are both really, really good performers. This one is smokier and deeper and richer. This one is just sweeter and more high-pitched. They're both fantastic. I would recommend both. So for kid-friendly scents, I would say Candy Cane Buttercream, Spooky But Sweet, and Gimme Candy are my picks. Next category is most company-friendly scent for the holidays. So a lot of us have company in our homes throughout the holidays, so we decided to add a category for that. So I went with two. The first one I chose is a catalog scent, and this is just a classic, very simple scent that I think most people would enjoy unless they don't like mint. But Perfect Peppermint, I think, is a good bet. I would probably warm this in a guest room if I was having company coming. It is just pure peppermint. Just clean, pure peppermint. I think for most people this would be pleasant and unoffensive. So I think this would be my pick for company coming, especially for like a guest bedroom. Would be Perfect Peppermint, unless I knew that they didn't like mint. So there's that one. And then Maple Peak. This one was a Canadian exclusive bar, so unfortunately the US didn't get this one. And this is, I think still, even though it was like a fall release, I think this would be a fantastic holiday party or holiday company coming scent. There's just something so cozy about this one. And, oh, it's so lovely. This one has like maple, toasted marshmallow or smoked marshmallow, and cedarwood. And there's not a whole lot of cedarwood, but it is just this kind of like smoky marshmallow. It smells a lot like toasted marshmallow. It's just cozy and homey and inviting. So Maple Peak gets my pick there. Now, oddly enough, there is a bar in the Scents of the Season collection that is available in the US that smells a little bit like this. And that would be Cheery Cherry. Cheery Cherry has cherry and all kinds of other notes in it. It also does include that kind of toasted marshmallow note. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it is like, I would say 80% similar to Maple Peak. I think they just doctored up Maple Peak with some cherry and some like blackberry to release to everybody. So I would say Cheery Cherry would be my next pick. If you can't get Maple Peak, Cheery Cherry. So company's coming, Perfect Peppermint or Maple Peak or Cheery Cherry. All right, next category is best relaxing bedroom scent, because the holidays get to be a lot. And so sometimes we just want something kind of relaxing and cozy for our bedrooms. So I chose two options here, and I think both are fantastic. Both are catalog bars and are available all season. So we have Silver Bells, which is candy canes, caramelized pear, and just this lovely, oh, like maybe amber or musk. It is complex. It is so different than anything you've ever smelled anywhere else. It's a little bit perfumey, but in a very soft, approachable way. It has a little bit of mint, but not too much. The caramelized pear People I think pear and they think tart. There's nothing tart here. I would say this is like very, very poached pears, like drenched in syrup, like sitting in a bowl of syrup. This is like caramelized syrup, like brown sugar. Yeah, this is not just like fruity pears. This is like baked in brown sugar pears. And then the candy canes to kind of brighten it up a little bit. It's just beautifully done. A little perfumey, but just so pretty. So different, so pretty, and a beautiful bedroom scent. Also a very long-lasting scent, Silver Bells. The other bedroom scent we've talked about already is Vanilla Barnwood. This is just a favorite year-round, but especially during the holidays, is Vanilla Barnwood. And again, to my nose, this one is sweet vanilla and also like a sweet lemon cream with a hint of fresh air and a hint of like clean woods on warm. And then we included a category for best Thanksgiving scent, although I don't think this video is going to be up before Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving was in early October, and then US Thanksgiving I think is going to be over by the time this goes up. But I did include two here. And they are Apple Spice Season, which is from the Harvest Collection. I don't have a bar of that on hand. I've used all of mine up. But it was a fantastic performer. And again, it's got pumpkin, apple, sugar, and spice. And that one is great. I will be clubbing that one for sure. The next choice I have here is Brown Butter Pumpkin. Again, I think this is very company friendly. I think this won't compete with your cooking. It's just beautifully done. It's just a sweet kind of nice pumpkin scent. It's relaxing. I think this is a great one to melt on Thanksgiving. So Brown Butter Pumpkin or Apple Spice Season. Apple Spice Season, I would say, is much stronger. And if you have scent sensitive company coming, I would maybe not do that one. But Brown Butter Pumpkin, I think, could pass for most homes. So that is my best of the season picks. I hope that was fun, and I hope you guys played along as well and can let us know in the comments below what your favorites of the season are. Bars, other items, Halloween favorites, fall favorites, Christmas favorites, winter favorites, whatever you want to let us know in the comments below would be fantastic. Hope you guys are having a great start to December, and we will talk to you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.